Okay, we're in the gold country of California, a place I've wanted to visit a long time. The discovery of a gold center in Coloma, and it's a state park. And I just paid, and I'm gonna do the big walk around. And there's a lot of kids here on field trips and everything, so try to avoid them and stay out of the way. And the American River's here, and the site of Marshall's discovery of gold, which changed American history and world history. It's quite a complex here, and the kids are doing panning for gold over there. Let's just walk over to the river and situate. This is the South Fork of the American River. It starts way up in the Sierra Nevada. It's mostly snowmelt. It's the end of May. This is all snowmelt still going on. And it's very famous for rafting. Huge business rafting on this river. It's very famous for. They got some class 3 and class 4 stretches right in a canyon up there. This is it. This is the representation of the mill and the mill site. The river's right yonder. And they probably just sawed it off and then rolled it down these skid rows, I guess, skids. Let's look at the marker. Yeah, this sawmill. High tech. The actual site is right up by this little pillar over here. So this mill was made because they needed wood down in Sacramento for the Sutter's Fort. So they came up here to get all the wood. I guess they'd bring it down by oxen or donkey down to the city, which is probably like 25, 30 miles away. Really nice here today. It's right around Memorial Day, and it's not too hot. So this is where it actually found the gold. And this monument looks like it was put here in 1948 in the centennial. Sutter Mill. And here's the river, so would have been right here. Gold! He tried to keep it quiet for a while, but it didn't work. The word got out months later. Then it got to the East Coast and beyond. Everybody wanted to come. World history changed just because someone found something here right now. Pretty cool. Interesting markers they have here at this California State Park in Coloma. So basically this town got overrun, and Sutter, his mill got overrun, and this says right here, the gold discovery spelled disaster for Sutter. He had dreamed of building a bustling metropolis fueled by the sawmills of lumber. And basically the miners overran it. The sawmill was abandoned by 1850. Pretty interesting. And back to the mill. Of course, this would have been on the river. This is a little bit off. I guess they would have channeled the water through here somehow. Maybe it went this way. I'm not sure. Definitely a lot of kids here today trying to stay away from them. Lots of energy in the air when they're around. Let's just go see this cabin here.
Yeah, see, I could do that. Hi!
Hey, I'm just walking around videoing.
Oh, well, how fun.
This is where the sawmill workers would have lived, right? Like this.
This is the cabin that was, the replica of the cabin that was built by the 6 members of the Mormon Battalion that were hired by James Marshall.
All right.
The rest of them were working on Sutter's fort.
Right.
And so then Sutter sent him up here, and he brought 6 of the Mormon Battalion. He had already been working with Native Americans, so he had some Native Americans, and then the Wimmer family.
Right.
And
you've heard the story before, it sounds like.
yes.
Yep, I've seen other videos about this place. I'm just making my own for my small YouTube channel. And
Oh my goodness.
I live in Reno. But, I only have a few subscribers. I'm not monetized or anything. But I like to go to historical places and collect it. Sounds like I did a video of Genoa, Nevada, which is was settled by
yes, that's
the Mormons.
A fascinating place.
It is. It's very cool. And I'm just going to go around and look.
Yeah, look at all the things. So you ever heard of the term sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite?
Yes, sleep tight because they had
The ropes
ropes,
underneath.
yeah.
And they wanted to, you got to keep your ropes tight to sleep more comfortable. And then, the mattresses were made out of cotton ticking. They were stuffed with straw or tall grass from around the area.
Yeah.
And so, of course,
You don't know what's in there.
all kinds of bugs, right?
Yes.
Myriad of bugs. And I do laundry presentations, and I ask the kids, it's like, okay, so why do I want to boil the water while I'm washing? And they're like, oh, for the stains. And I'm like, no, I pre-treat the stains the day before, but I said, you're out taking care of the oxen or the mules, and you're going to play with the animals, and you're running through the tall grass. I said, we're climbing trees, whatever. And we're like, oh, ticks, fleas, bed bugs, any number of bugs would be on everybody. So,
Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of one of the places.
Very interesting.
Yeah, go ahead, take one of those.
So I was
It's Highway 49, California State Road, which is the biggest, one of the biggest roads in the Mother Lode Gold Country. You could actually just go for a week and look at stuff. This is the representation of the Native American structures that would have been here before the Europeans came by. And they just, I guess it would do the job. Hey, it's a little lizard. Basically just shaved bark from the redwoods. Yeah, the Native Americans here were called the Nisenan. Yeah, so just a representation of before the sawmill came. You can see where they these are grinding holes for. Think of that. These were put here hundreds of years ago. Grind whatever you needed to do. Amazing. And here's another exhibit. It's shows you what the mining was like. Ooh. It's mining equipment. Wow. It's a model of flumes, and so they could pass the ore down through the water and then check it out. And of course, you had an assay office which would tell you through chemical processes that if what you had is gold or whatever it was, or what percentage it was. The assay guy was very key. Here in silver mines too, they used an assay guy was always there to check out what was mined. Ooh. Oh. Mining was not a glamorous job. Look at this water wheel. Look at that. And a pneumatic drill. Amazing. And they'd shoot hydraulic mining. Shoot water at the side of the hill. And that was, of course, horrible for the environment. But guess what? Placer mining. And of course, Placerville, California is also named Hangtown. It's 15 miles from here. It took over as a more prominent city from Coloma. As Coloma deposits petered out, Placerville became the big city for this county, El Dorado County. And of course, stamp mills. You gotta crush it. Crush the ore, then run mercury through it, through the crushed ore, chemical processes, and separate it from the rock. There's another exhibit about hydraulic. Just shoot it at the side of a hill. Like, this is what it looks like. Just, you know, it basically destroys the hill.
It's a visitor center there are. That's their closest to here. The visitor, the museum. The brick building, yes, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
See if I can find something else in here for you.
Is this water just came from the river? Or?
It came from the tap.
Oh.
I used a hose to fill it up this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. to do it multiple times. I am trying to kind of do it along with you so you can, hopefully I can find more than just that piece of pyrite so you can see what gold's looking like.
Exhibit's already ongoing, so.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, we forged at about 2,000 degrees. That's like 4 times hotter than your oven at home. Okay. Okay, this is about 2,000 degrees. Okay. It's hot. So you can bend it really easy. I always straighten it back out because I make this demonstration several times a day. Okay. Now you notice that it's getting darker red. Out in the sunlight, you couldn't tell this from this. Okay. So I wouldn't know how hot it was. But let's see.
Oh.
Is it gonna pop on? Come on. Past 3 demonstrations. There we go. There's a fire. Okay. It's still hot enough to be on fire.
It smells like orange. Oh my god.
This is a wood smoke, yeah. So, the heat here is transferring up, so that's why I keep my gloves on, because it's getting hot up here as time goes on, okay? Now I'm going to transfer the heat down here into the water, making steam, all right? Okay, this is just plain old water out of the tap. Okay. Okay. So who wants to touch it first? Okay, I'm gonna start down here and just make it. Okay. I want you to hold out your hand like this, and I'll touch the back. Okay. Ready? Take you out. Okay. What does it feel like? Yeah. What does it feel like? It's cold, huh? As well.
Oh, I thought it was here. I thought it would be like warm.
Anybody not get it? Okay. So,
Oh, it's cold.
you didn't? All right. Be brave. On a hot day, it feels really good. So yes, so that's transferring the heat back and forth. If it was hot enough up in the handle, it would actually start evaporating that heat back, evaporating the water back down towards the tip. Let's see. That was that. Okay, so any questions?
So we got a little blacksmith show a little bit. These kids are full of energy. And here's the jail building, whatever's left of it. Holy moly, those walls, couldn't exactly pick through them like Andy Dufresne. Double barred. Jeez. No light. And this looks like a holding cell. I don't know if this was especially for the real mean people, but like you're gonna leave there anytime soon. Sheesh. This is an interesting place, and I'm glad I came here today. I've lived in this area for 30 years. I'm originally from the Boston area, and I've never been here. And I've always said I'm going to go to the gold site, the gold rush site. Well, today I finally did. And thanks for watching. If you're still listening, this is Ed Marino. Out.